few of our people earned well-deserved promotions, Commander. I'm guessing Shen will probably want to have a word with you, too.
Right, so she's gravely wounded, but that's okay. It just means we can't use her for a while. Everyone else got promoted from rookies, so it'll be awesome.
These items should prove useful in our ongoing efforts against the aliens. When you have a moment, Commander, I have made some interesting discoveries as they relate to the implant we removed from you earlier.
Nice. Okay, so Advent Power Converter. This is the power conversion device Chief Engineer Shen asked us to retrieve. It should allow us to get the Avenger systems back to full capacity. That's awesome. Loot, we got Elerium Core. These small self-contained samples of Elerium are used to power the aliens' beam weapons. We could use them to power a variety of advanced weapons, armors, and munitions. Nice. Oh, we did get some officer corpses, which is good. Despite the heavier ornamentation on their battle armor, the bodies of Advent officers are indistinguishable from regular troopers, save for a thick red scar on the back of their skulls. Nice. And for these Advent trooper corpses, passable as human when hidden behind their armor. In death, the alien features and orange blood of the Advent troopers reveal a more sinister pedigree. And the sectoid corpse. Expired sectoids tend to shrivel and curl in on themselves like spiders, regaining some likeness to the smaller, more feral creatures that we face in the First War. So yeah, the sectoids in the first game weren't much of a threat. They were the early creatures, but now they're much buffed. As you saw, they can reanimate their dead, and they can mind control your players. So taking them out as fast as you can is key. Right, so that's a pretty good after action report. I think it was a really good mission.
Why are you all just standing around? It's perfect. Come on, let's get it inside.
Commander, the ongoing stress of combat can shake up even the best of our soldiers. As long as we keep them healthy, I'm sure they'll recover given time.
Alright, so JKLA is shoulder shaken, reduced will. Okay, and so what does it say here? Soldiers with reduced will are more susceptible to panic and sonic attacks. Soldiers with reduced will can recover by participating in successful combat missions and staying healthy. Well, it's totally expected because she basically, she ran into the line of fire. She almost gave her life to get rid of that sectoid. So even though she's shaken from that, she should be well commended for taking that action in her own hands and getting rid of that threat single-handedly with her sword, no less. So I'm sure she'll recover. Jane, in my books, you're A-okay. Okay, so let's see. We got some. Looks like there's something in engineering that we need to look at.
Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, But from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander. I can't promise any miracles, Commander, but I should be able to put some of the stuff together in no time at all. I'd suggest we get started with a medkit. It'll probably come in handy sooner rather than later.
Okay, so now we can start making stuff. Make flashbangs, smoke grenades, but not quite yet. I guess we don't have the text for it, maybe. But medkit we can do. It's an instant build. We have 175 supplies, looks like, with an income of 150. So that's cool. Okay, so let's see. The medkit contains a pressurized solution that, when exposed to air, acts as a sealant and insulator. Infused with painkillers and antiseptics, the medkit can treat wounds and remove a variety of adverse conditions, including burns and poison. Alright, so let's go ahead and build it.
I'm on it, Commander.
Looks like Tygan has made progress on his research. We should meet him in the lab.
Okay, so pause tech, alien biotech. Not sure what that means exactly, but so let's go have a look at the research.
So much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
New objective added.
Examine an Advent officer corpse. Well, we actually have some of those, so that should be pretty easy to do. Complete Advent officer autopsy research.
The Advent officers have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key.
Right, alien biotech, codename Nano. And we got some new facility available, Advanced Warfare Center, and then new research available. Sectoid autopsy and Advent officer autopsy. Okay. With little time to prepare, we were forced to conduct an extremely invasive procedure on the commander in order to remove what appeared to be an implant carefully enmeshed within the occipital lobe. Although all indications were that the device was not designed for removal, concerns as to the commander's potential longevity and the risk of possible remote manipulation by aliens left us with little alternative. Despite my concerns, the commander has so far felt no lasting effects from the procedure and appears to be recovering ahead of expectations. As for the chip itself, my initial findings are alarming, to say the least. The device is sonically driven by the latent energy of the subject's brain, in this case, the commander. More importantly, it appears the device functions as both a transmitter and receiver, relaying information via some form of psionic link. Even after removal, I've had to shield the device to contain the residual psionic field surrounding the implant itself, for fear of what it might be capable of. If my current theory is correct, the commander may have played a more important role in Advent's operations than we could have possibly imagined. R. Tygan. Okay. That's not ominous or anything. Okay, so we can research modular weapons, hybrid materials, or Advent officer autopsy. Though I would like better weapons, I think we should do this one, kind of further the story along. We can always come back to these later. So, Advent Officer Autopsy. Aside from the variety of fascinating genetic enhancements found in Advent troopers, officers appear to be augmented further with some kind of biomechanical implant. I believe this allows for some form of communication throughout the alien hierarchy. If we were to somehow tap into the system, I wonder what might we hear. I wonder.
The Advent officers appear to be similar, if not physically the same as the common Advent trooper in terms of power and agility. However, field reports indicate a more developed mental acuity, as the officers do provide tactical directives to the subordinate Advent forces. I do find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately. I'll send word when a complete report is available.
Looks like Shen got that converter up and running, Commander. We're ready for you on the bridge.
Alright. That autopsy seemed a little brutal there, but let's check out the armory. Okay, the memorial, we don't have anyone in here yet, which is good. And we got some soldiers to promote, I believe. Yeah, so she's gonna have 18 days to heal up, which is fine. She deserved that rest. And let's see what we got here. So let's go ahead and promote these guys. Promote soldier, what will you become?
Serving as our demolitions experts, the Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance delivery whenever and wherever we need it.
Alright, so we got a Grenadier. Nice. New ability, launch grenade. Okay, that's cool. And then as it comes down, we can go ahead and as they get promoted, then they get more abilities, as you can see. So that's pretty cool. Nice. I wonder what this is. Oh, okay, the question mark just allows me to find out what that does. All grenades benefit from the Grenadier grenade launcher's range increase, including non-offensive munitions like smoke grenades. Additional grenade can be equipped in a unique grenade-only slot. Oh, nice. So you can carry 2 grenades. The range of launch grenades can be further improved by upgrading to more advanced grenade launchers. Cool. Like that. Okay, so let's promote the next person, shall we? Okay. Jingo Madasa. So let's see what you're gonna promote to.
Just like it sounds, our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
Nice. We got a sharpshooter, sniper. Awesome. That's always good to have. New ability, squad sight. You can target enemies with squad mates of sight, provided there is line of sight to target. See this guy, he can stay behind, you know, where he's safe, and he can just shoot at. As long as a squad member can see an enemy, he can shoot at it. So that's a really good ability to have. Let's just do a quick check on squad sight. Is the best augmented by high ground, allowing sharpshooters relative clear sight lines and addition aim bonus to offset squad sight's aim penalty. When using squad sight, there's no limit of how far targets can be, but an aim penalty accumulates with distance. Overwatch shots do not use squad sight by default, but can be upgraded to do so by later sharpshooter ability. Nice. So I guess when they're further away, there will be a penalty, but it's still, you know, just run them to high ground, and you know, he can just shoot his heart's content, which is cool. It's a good guy to have. And good old Maria Perez. What are you gonna be? Nice.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment, specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield that can be outfitted for combat or field medic duty.
Nice. We got a specialist. New ability, 8 protocol. Command your gremlin to move to a friendly target. It grants that target a bonus defense until the start of the next player turn. Okay. That's really good. I like that. 8 protocol. 8 protocol, if used with your first action, will not end your turn. Oh, nice. As 8 protocol takes effect immediately, it can be used to defend against reaction fire from enemies. More advanced gremlin models will increase the defensive bonus granted by 8 protocol. Nice. So, yeah. I think that's a bunch of good classes. Alright, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, obviously, as in any XCOM game, we can actually rename people. This guy's from Canada, which is what I'm from, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can rename him. How would I do that? Oh, customize. I'm just looking right at it. I'm an idiot. Okay, so let's go ahead and change his name, shall we? As you see, there's a lot of customizability here. You can change a lot of stuff. So we want to customize character info. There we go. Let's go ahead. There we go. There we go. Rookie Leshawil Echo. So I'm now in the game. Awesome. And it looks like I can actually change their nationality and gender if I want to, which is cool. So I'm happy with that. So, if you would like to be one of my soldiers, just let me know in the comments what basically what nationality you want, because it looks like I can change your nationality, and what name you'd like me to put on there. So whether it's just your account name, or if it's another name you'd like, and if you want male or female, and maybe if you want some customization options. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.